Good morning. I hope you're doing well this morning. It's been a couple of weeks since the NBA postponed their season, which was this domino that also knocked out March Madness and the Masters and every good thing about March and April, and it's all canceled for a while. All right, maybe that's a little much, but we are definitely living in a new time. Our schools have been out now for a week and a half. And it is a different season. And in this new season, the best way that we can love our neighbors is still to stay at home. I realize that's not possible for everyone, but for many of us it is. So if you can, please stay at home and limit your contact to your household. This different way of living actually requires a different way of thinking. And I ran across this poem the other day. It's made its way on social media and some other places, so you may have read it yourself. And I won't bore you with reading it to you. That's probably not the best way for you to experience a poem, for me to read it. But I do want to offer the first couple of lines, and I'll actually link it down in the comment section below the video so that you can read it for yourself. The poem's called Pandemic, and it's by Lynn Unger. And she starts it this way. What if you thought of it as the Jews consider the Sabbath, the most sacred of times? What if we did that? What if we thought of this pandemic as a Sabbath? Now that doesn't mean that we forget the suffering of the sick. That doesn't mean that we forget the sacrifices of doctors and nurses and all those who keep our hospitals running, or people who are doing essential services such as truckers and grocery store workers and all those kind of things. We don't forget those sacrifices. It also doesn't mean that we sit in contemplation all day, just in deep prayer for hours at a time. I can't pull that off. Probably most of you can't pull that off either. But I do think it's wise for us to think of this time as Sabbath. Slow down. Breathe deeply. Remember what is important and what is not. Remember this, the Sabbath is a gift. Jesus said it this way. He said the Sabbath was made for us and not us for the Sabbath. So cut yourself some slack. Read a book that you usually don't have time for. Watch Netflix. Eat some chocolate. Or, as in my case, eat all the chips and salsa. They're gone. They're already gone. Play Monopoly. Take a walk. Grab a nap. Stay at home. Stay at home. Enjoy the gift of each day because it is a gift. And remember, you are more than you produce. So it's okay to not be productive for a while. Lay fallow for a while. The weekly e-news will go out tomorrow like it normally does on Thursdays. If you don't receive it, you can sign up below. I'll leave a link to that as well. And on that e-news, there will be the times and the links for the Zoom Sunday school meetings that will be happening this weekend. I also want to thank you for a really good offering this week. It's our second week not being in church, and you have your generosity and your faithfulness are so appreciated. We're so grateful for it. Your generosity and your faithfulness are beautiful reflections of the God revealed in Jesus. So be those reflections to the world today and always. Thanks. Have a good week.